Hi there, my name is Carolin Soldo. Welcome back to our channel with the most powerful business scaling strategies for your powerhouse business. I wanted to make this really simple video to answer one of the most frequently asked questions, and that's about how to hire the right assistant. If you already have an assistant and you're happy with him or her, perfect, good for you. If not, now might be the perfect time for you to hire someone to help you in your business so that you can grow with more ease, more simplicity, get some time back on your schedule, and grow your business the right way. Now, thinking about hiring an assistant can be a daunting task, right? Because this person will be responsible for a lot of key things and a lot of tasks that are really close to you, your schedule, your email potentially, your clients, sales, operations, marketing potentially, and so much more. So you want to make sure that you have a process in place by which you can hire the right person. You can identify when you have the right assistant in front of you. You can bring them in, onboard them, and manage them the right way. Before we get started, make sure you hit the bell and you subscribe to our channel so you get notified when new episodes become available here every week. Welcome to Powerhouse Business on YouTube. I'm your host, Carolin Soldo. I'm a business owner, business scaling master, and mom of 2 boys. I love thinking big, pushing boundaries, and doing things differently. Most of all, I'm all about achieving massive growth with ease and helping you scale your business by living the life you love. Let's go. Today I want to talk to you about hiring an assistant. If you've ever hired an assistant that did not work out for your company, you know exactly how painful that can be. I recently talked to a client and she actually called me on the weekend and she said, Carolin, I'm losing my mind. They had this big launch going on, the website broke, the mobile version didn't work out, the buttons didn't work, and the entire thing literally fell apart. And it was because the assistant didn't pull through. The assistant didn't do what she was supposed to do. Now, is that the assistant's fault or my client's fault? We don't know because there could have been communication issues happening, but things like that can be prevented by you hiring the right people for your team and of course managing them the right way and communicating with them the right way as well. So in this episode, I want to give you a few simple tips and steps you can take right now if you're in the process of hiring the perfect assistant for your business. The first thing I want to talk to you about is where to find the assistant, and hands down, the easiest way for me in my business to find qualified people is LinkedIn. So what I want you to do right now is go on LinkedIn and search for executive assistant, virtual assistant, business assistant, anything like that, those types of job titles in your local area. I think it's great when you can hire someone who's actually local, someone that can actually come into your office if you have a physical office space, or someone who can work still in the city you live in if you are an online entrepreneur like I am and you actually work from home. I have an assistant and she actually lives locally to me, and that's great because I feel like she's close, and if I want to, I can meet with her in my home, at a coffee shop, at a co-working space, or anywhere else, and it makes things really easy. Once you have identified a list of potential candidates, of course, you can reach out to them through LinkedIn and share with them your 4R, which is a highly specialized job description, including the role overview, the responsibilities your assistant will have, the requirements you have on them, as well as the results that you are looking for. And when you get results and responses back, then it's time for you to do a little bit of research. The next thing you should do is ask your candidates to take the DISC assessment. It's a wonderful personality test that will tell you the natural tendencies and behaviors and traits of that person. And from my experience, I can tell you that a high IS or a high SI are wonderful personalities for assistants. Someone with a high I is an action taker. They're motivated. They like to step in. They like to check things off your list, and they like to get things done. And that's the perfect personality for an assistant, because you need someone who is reliable, someone who can take ownership of your projects, your tasks, and your initiatives, and someone you can really trust in and know that even if you don't micromanage every little thing, they take care of it, they've got it, and they can run with it. Now it's time for the actual interview, right? And ideally you want to interview that person in person so you can get their vibe and their energy and you can get a real good feel for them. If that's not possible, you can use Zoom, a video conference, or use the phone in the worst case scenario. But what you really want to do is look at that person and look for the key traits that are really important to you. For me, for example, I always look for 100% reliability. So I ask lots of questions about their past experience and examples that showcase how reliable they really are. I also look for people who really own the entire project. Someone who does not want to be micromanaged, someone who can work towards the result without much guidance, because that means that I can focus on what I need to do and they can take care and manage themselves to reach the goals that I want to reach with them. I also need people who are detail-oriented. So look for past experiences and jobs and things they have done that showcase that they really like the details. They're in the nitty-gritty. They like to look for errors and spelling mistakes, and they like to produce high-quality work because, again, chances are the tasks that you will give them will require great attention to detail. And then lastly, you want to have someone who has great communication skills, because communicating is going to be so important when they speak with you, the rest of your team, your customers and your clients, your partners out there. So professional yet kind communication skills where they keep you in the loop, they talk to your clients in a really professional manner, and they give amazing customer service is going to be really, really critical in the perfect assistant for you. There are only a few more things you should be doing then, and that is calling references, of course. Never forget about that, because there's always a chance that what the assistant told you is really not true. And we hope that's not the case, but when you call on references, you'll have someone else tell you how amazing they are and maybe learn things that you don't know about that person yet. So call on at least 2 references, ask the right questions, really find out what the person experienced with your assistant. Were they happy? What was good? What was not so good? What would they say are the assistant's strengths or weaknesses? And would they recommend them to work for you as well? And then, of course, don't forget to create an amazing onboarding experience for your assistant and for you, because that will really set you up for success. And what that means is that you really take the time for them. Meet with them once a week, twice a week, maybe even for a few minutes every single day, where they can ask you questions and you can really, bond with them and get to know them more and create a wonderful relationship with them. And that will also help them get up to speed so much faster and be up and running, so they can take the projects, they can do the tasks, and they can work independently so much faster. As always, I would love to hear from you. What questions do you have about hiring? Do you need resources? Do you have questions about the perfect assistant? Maybe you already have the perfect assistant and you want to give him or her a shout out below in the comments. It's totally fine. I would love to hear from you. Let's have a conversation about hiring the perfect assistant for your business. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this episode, give me a like, subscribe to our channel, maybe share it with your friends. If you know any other business owners who are looking to hire an assistant and they need some quick tips to get that done, maybe share the episode with them. I would love it. And as always, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time. I hope to see you again next week, and take care.